students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors and professionals, those who are watching, reading, writing English. I, Dr. R from USA, heartily, cordially welcome all of you. It is really nice time, nice place, nice section. I thank God, I thank all of you for this presence, fine and nice. Dear friends, today's topic is imagination is the best creativity of mind. Imagination is the most resourceful ability of mind which functions with the provision of innovative ideas, images or concepts, even beyond senses. It is the most important, virtuous and potent power of mind. Imagination helps to gather knowledge, resolve problems, and is fundamental to integrate the learning process for gaining experience. It definitely encircles the world, being more important than reality and knowledge. The quality of imagination also pertains to artistry, awareness, fantasy, inventiveness, resourcefulness, perceptibility, visualization, ingenuity, thoughts and vision. Distortions of human mind can channelize the power of imagination for destructive activities. Hence, this double-edged quality has to be used with care and caution. Resourceful is the use of imagination and helps to promote people from simple actions. It acts as eminent quality of mind, especially idealized creation and fanciful assumption. Imagination can make you writer of yourself and reader of your mind. The more you know of yourself, the less you need approval of others. The word imagination is derived from French word, also related to Latin, as imaginatio, which means picture to oneself. Situations for better imaginations. Do not feel disappointed and distressed during situation of failures. Rather, try to restart the work with full devotion and confidence. Develop contacts with the persons who have achieved the advanced state of projects so as to seek guidelines and motivation. Studying useful books and literature to gain the necessary knowledge about particular subjects. Creativity, imagination tends to require new questions and positive thoughts on new angles. Concentrate on schemes and procedures of the task to achieve the required goal or destination through latest skill, time management, and introspection of improvements at regular intervals. Imagination increases after your mind has been exposed to problems and it is at play. Various kinds and aspects of imagination. The speed of imagination is very strong and even faster than light. If a person is watching stars of sky or heaven, the other moments can consider the picture of underworld or subterranean. Emotional imagination concerned with strong feelings of love, anger, fear, problems, respect, creativity, etc. Strategic imagination helping to achieve plans, giving advantages through mental scenarios, intellectual and constructive imagination. Such issues help to develop philosophy, though hypotheses and theories. Incarnated dreams. It involves series of strange events which occur in our mind during certain stages of sleeps. These include ideas, emotions, and sensations, reconstruction of memories, living thoughts of certain people, objects, and events. Produce imagination. It helps to produce and change sensory contents to bring meaningful concepts. Every human mind enjoys the noble experience, reproductive imagination. It is mainly concerned with recollection. This natural ability of mind works with already existing senses. Daydreaming. It involves artistic thinking in which persons find it difficult for communication and relationship with other people. Excessive daydreams become critical and harmful. Misused imagination, night fears, confusion of image with precept, telling lies, reject, cooperation and away from reality. Strength of imagination. Imagination promotes the power of forming images of certain principles not present in the senses. It provides creative ability to resolve and confront many problems. Imagination helps in bringing ideal creative consistence with reality as in literature. With reality as in literature. Knowledge is limited but imagination is stronger. To encircle the whole world that gets you everywhere. It stimulates mental strength by giving birth to prominent evolution of thoughts. Dreaming is in subconscious state of mind, whereas imagination requires sharp conscious state of mind. It is essential for learning process in children. They achieve the ability to develop better communication skill and improve their vocal glory. The parents can allow free time to help the kids to activate their senses, cultivate creative, critical thinking, and pursue their passions. The imagination acts as an ability to promote mental images, pictures, and new ideas beyond the perception through five senses or objects which are neither present today nor have happened in the past. Advantages of meditation to improve imagination. Meditation helps to focus and motivate our mind, especially when it is distracted due to situations of anxiety, stress, insecurity, and depression. The time, talents, and energy are natural and the divine gifts to mankind. Our mind is the architect of every thought and action. We should exert our full command on our mind to perform willful and prominent activities. Meditation helps to achieve our goal when we move steadily with patience and commitment, peace, strong will, and perseverance to use our inner strength. Pursue imagination to develop and increase with time. It will definitely lead to incredible happiness, blooming personal progress, and fulfillment of our life. The insight means the delight outside and everywhere. Let everything promote our ideas to achieve the noble mainstream of present, which merges with future on the advancement of time. Carry on forward movements without reluctance towards a glorious future, with courage and bravery are required during rough storms of life for achieving the excellence in the selected fields of activities and overcoming the low state of mind during the state of distress. The process of innovation requires implantation of gained knowledge and skill to develop positive attitude for implementation of new ideas through meditation. God always helps to us. God always helps us to perform miracles because He is the sole creator and caretaker of mankind. He blesses us with mind to create everything desired through eternal power of imagination. Dear friends, know thyself. Self-appraisal or self-assessment or introspection is the rightest way to lead a regulated, healthy, confident and comfortable life. Let every one of us introspect ourselves with the help of simple queries as what is the purpose of human life? How it can be improved to enable us to live happily in harmony with nature. Ordinarily, people tend to work for attaining physical and sensual satisfaction. However, it alone does not satisfy them. The true sense of achievement comes only when one is able to help others in need, either through monetary help or service to alleviate the sufferings of the needy. This is important objective of human life, to be able to return in good measure back to the society and Mother Nature. In addition to the physical aspect, human beings need moral and spiritual uplifting. This can come through association with spiritual guide. The uncertainties of objects in life may be removed only by interacting with wise who have led a disciplined life in conformity with the natural laws and spiritual form. The true benefits from the lives of refined souls can be drawn only if one imbibes the value cherished by our ancestors. Self-control and meditation become essential. These qualities help us to differentiate between the essential and non-essential aspects of life. Various religions in the world advocate these qualities to regulate useful living, physical activities. Human race is supreme creation of Almighty God. Each person has two major components, the physical body and the eternal soul. The body is considered more important for everyone. People spend a lot of time, energy and attention for its comforts and improvement. Varied customs, makeup articles, etc. are in great demand. Even fashion shows and contests are organized throughout the world to exhibit the means of decoration. Talents are attained in different fields of business, management, law, engineering, medical, games, and many other areas, not only to earn but also to achieve commendable status in the society. Exercise and sports make the body fit and strong. Dear friends, you are listening carefully. It will make you able to understand mind and spirit. Thoughts, imagination and actions of the body are regulated by mind. But according to various religious concepts, mind or man also nurtures and promotes wicked thoughts. It can be a mischievous and reckless entity. On the contrary, soul, the inner voice, is considered as a divine bliss. It not only gives serene and positive attitude, but also pre-warns the mind to abstain from any wrongdoing. The fickle mind tries to overpower and suppress the soul. The persons who get enslaved of mind do not think for the well-being of mankind and other creatures. Let us try to analyze our aspects of strength and weakness. Many persons try to conceal their mistakes and shortcomings. They never make efforts to mend their shortfalls. They even try to project the deficiencies of others. Holy persons and even God, such persons have to bear the consequences in the long run. See the bliss of spiritual guide. The prophets, ascetics and saints always possesses righteous thoughts, act for the welfare of the society and motivate their disciples for the prosperity of the society. The best of all is that they bless the straight people with God words and methods of meditation. Ordinarily, people tend to work for attaining physical and sensual satisfaction. However, that alone does not satisfy them. The true sense of achievement comes only when one is able to help others in need, either through monetary help or through service to alleviate the sufferings of the needy. This is the ultimate objective of human life, to be able to return in good measure back to the society and Mother Nature, which are nurtured through our lives. In addition to the physical aspect, human need moral and spiritual elevation. This can come through association with spiritual guide. The uncertainties of objectives in life may be removed only by interacting with the wise people who have led a disciplined life in conformity with the natural and spiritual upliftment. Company with preceptor and his benevolence become the source of eternal truth, which acts as a fortress to safeguard the person against the onslaughts of evil mind. Everyone must develop certain principles in life to be followed and avoid wicked actions. Regular righteous room task help to carve good habits which turn to improve our behavior, develop strong character and pleasing personality. There are many worldly agencies which tend to modify human thinking and working, such as family members, relatives, friends, business, employment, politics, religion, etc. Worldly vices of mind in the form of anger, lust, greed, attachment, egoism, wealth, etc. become the cause of tension and sufferings. A strong personality should not get regulated through adverse situations and wicked persons. One should work with self-respect, honor, honesty, confidence and determination. Adopt positive thinking to perform Virtuous acts. Try to associate with good people and avoid ragged persons. Never study indecent literature or watch obscene pictures. Help people get their rightful dues. Never indulge in irrelevant talk which insult or hurt others. Try to acquire excellence of others instead of feeling envious of the good qualities of people. Do not confer sarcastic or insulting. Do not confer sarcastic or insulting comments to hurt the feelings. Identify your faults and vices and overcome them. Be honest and genuine in dealings. Neither indulges in injustice nor tolerates excesses. Avoid hypocrisy and superstitions. Do not speak harsh and bitter. Treat all persons equal irrespective of caste, financial status, religion or other aspects. Adverse situations. Provide due regards to parents and elders. Respect all elders at home or in the society. Extend all possible help to others under state of distress and grief. Observe chastity before marriage and maintain self-respect. Rather extend all possible help. Perform prayers and meditation each morning. Perform prayers and meditation each morning and evening at least for 15 minutes. Observe complete faith. Indulge in anger, lust, egoism and nepotism. Abandon violence, intoxicants, alcoholism. The basic values of human life. Always develop a state of love and reverence for God, because He is immortal. God's name and meditating on it is the true wealth which eliminates sufferings arising due to accumulated sins and during the worldly state. It elevates the status of soul and paves way. Therefore, you are self-observer to decide every action such as beginning, progress, innovation, management, regulation, etc. The spiritual masters guide that sound moral conduct is the very foundation of the human life. Dear friends, listen, continue for bringing change in your behavior, in your time, place and action. How to manage time, how to become manager of time. So it should be learned by us, by our all scholars and learners of the universities. Must try to adopt this path of time management. Management involves systematic thinking, planning and action. It involves proper utilization of resources within specified period to achieve optimum favorable result. These results be analyzed and revised for further progress. Precious resource and should be used with care. It is very difficult to set strict norms and procedure of time management for the persons belonging to different age groups. Businessmen, farmers, professionals, students, players, artists, etc. Each person has different lifestyle, aims, objectives, income, social status, political alliance, religion and other attitudes. Time is a strong natural entity capable to affect the events and thus regulate the very fate of persons. Time and tide are uncontrolled. One can reject or delay a task, but cannot stop the watch. However, and proper planning can be helpful to some extent in managing time according to the situations. The life does not get changed in a few moments, but certain decisions with positive thoughts taken in a new moments and few moments can change the fate of life. Certain persons believe that our fortune and misfortune are preordained through destiny, where it can proceed to better or worse situation. But our activities for social welfare of humanity can create best conditions for our failure or future life. Living in different situations which may be favorable or unfavorable is called as part of life. But staying happy, healthy, strong and prosperous in most situations is called art of life. Worst circumstances may appear if we do not take timely actions. Natural phenomena. Change is a natural process determined through divine power. It is measured in terms of time by man. In our solar system, each planet revolves around sun within specified period. For instance, the planet of Earth has its annual period of 365.25 days due to its one revolution around sun. The rotation around its own axis is completed in 24 hours. Likewise, the moon revolves around Earth with predetermined time span. The seasonal changes are regulated through astral and celestial changes. Time regulation is also observed in plants and animals. Sowing of crops is accomplished in particular seasons. Likewise, their flowering and harvesting after specific time. The egg of hen requires a period of 21 days for its incubation. Natural and normal period for gestation, development of child in human beings requires 278 days, because the development of specific organs, systems, etc. are time bound. Certain bacterial cells are capable to reproduce within 20 minutes. Human beings have learnt the importance of time management from various natural phenomena and thus divided time into seconds, minutes, hours, days, months and years. The schedules of transport system, educational institutions, professions and business activities are also set on the basis of certain time schedules. Daily routine. It is different from different persons. Different persons determined by age, profession, business, social, political status, etc. Certain common features can be settled by every person, because each one, rich or poor, has 24 hours a day. Get up before sunrise, perform morning prayers, exercise or yoga, bathing, washing, cleanliness, breakfast, office or working hours for professionals, business personnel, agriculturists, School or college time for students. Lunch, refreshment, dinner time, time for games, walks, period for newspapers, computers, television, amusement, meetings with relatives, friends, neighbors, time for personal work, time for social service, period for other tasks as per situation and requirement. Make the maximum and best use of time available. Time for relaxation, rest and sleep, update the task on daily basis and evaluate your performance. These activities should be in tune with our natural biological clock. Time management for week and months. It becomes necessary for persons in studies, profession, business, etc. Where working days may be 5 or 6 per week. The time schedule becomes different on Sunday and other holidays. Each person should try to maintain a diary to give the details of prospects and achievements to maintain regularity. Every month is important, irrespective of seasonal variations. Every person has to decide the purchase, payment of bills, etc. on the basis of income. Write down the achievements and plan for the sequence of tasks for next month. Annual basis in difficult due to changes in the financial year, promotions or demotions, family or official celebrations or tragedies, changes in skill, expertise, price, adding or new aspects. Planning for 5 or 10 years or whole life depends upon aims, objectives and goals. Our fate even after our lifetime is uncertain and unimagined. We must adapt to good habits of honesty, truthfulness, universal brotherhood, selfless service for noble causes, develop strong character and amiable behavior, maintain good health and resort to regular meditation. We should rely upon the divine blessings, though our spiritual guide. Difficulties in time management. Managing the time is not an easy task since it is limited and at any given phase. Certain problems generally faced by each person are uncertain objectives. The aims and objectives change with situations and circumstances. It also depends upon the wishes and extent of achievements. Interpretation. Members of family, relations, friends and many more aspects tend to satisfy our thoughts and actions. We can redirect ourselves from previous plans, simultaneous tasks. Every person has many types of work under consideration of a particular time. Sometimes it becomes difficult to decide the priority of tasks. Insufficient period of relaxation. Efficiency of the accomplishment of work also depends upon situation of fatigue and stress. The person requires time for planning, taking refreshment, prayers, etc. Try to regulate the pace of your work by doing over service too much and too soon. Obscure situations when the person realizes shortage of time for the task. Sharing the task, every person is unable to perform a particular work due to lack of knowledge, skill and even insufficient time. Under such situations, the person should develop the courage to say no for that task and try to share with fellow beings. Period of activity. A person can Sometimes spare certain additional moments of work by utilizing the time of not doing anything. Forget commitments. It may be due to unwritten planning schedule. Certain persons believe that every new day improves their age and experience, but others feel that they are reaching more close to their D-Day. Planning to overcome problems. Accomplishment of any task within specified time is very important for the optimum use of other resources like money, manpower, infrastructure, etc. Delays caused due to unplanned action lead to cost escalation. Escalation, loss of interest of those work on a project and at time inferior quality of output. Planning is very important, which can be helpful in managing difficulties and obstacles regulated to time management. Emergency, urgency, very short time, medium time based for few hours, days or months, long terms for more than a year, period or even beyond life. Identify your knowledge, skill and experience. Try to fill up the gap if any. Plan more time to the task you find more difficult. Planning of time for activities can be in a room or fresh air. Take a break of 5 to 10 minutes for stretching exercise or short walk, taking water or soft drink, refreshment, etc. Positive thinking is important. Don't panic. Think and complete the task you can achieve within the time available. Avoid tiredness or fatigue, stress, strain, dehydration, etc. Work with concentration and full devotion to get esteemed pleasure. Focus on your goal of time, out introductions, unnecessary phones and non-scheduled visitors. Celebrate achievements of your aims, objectives and goals. Allow some fun time each day to relax. Pay regards and express gratitude to the persons who provide the necessary help in accomplishing your task. Effective goals should better be specific, achievable, realistic, virtuous, positive and time-based. Keep continuous watch and attention on your plan, guidelines and progress on your objectives. Be alert when you fall behind the schedule. Determine the priority of tasks. Every person should take decision on the emergent or urgent task to be performed. One should determine the specific guidelines, sequence and schedule to complete it. Sometimes 20% of the task can take 80% of time. Therefore, organize the plan and style of action again on priority basis. But one must stay on the track of success because the delay can be harmful. Priority is also determined through value judgment based upon its worth. Every person should devote certain moments for social service of human welfare, yoga and meditation. These three aspects can improve upon health, social status and the person becomes capable to achieve divine blessings. Advantages of time management. Time management makes you work easily and rapidly. When a task is resolved in systematic and planned manner, it creates confidence and develops winning spirit. Enable enables you to work for society in an efficient manner, achieve greater success and balanced life, feel healthier, more energetic, generally in a better mood, determine the priority of tasks and pinpoint critical area, become capable to avoid wastage of time, understand that every moment of life is valuable. Be sure to spare time for prayers and meditation. This helps you to fulfill the main objectives of life. Execute every type of task on proper planning. Increase your output. Develop better control on job responsibilities. Find good yielding time of day, month and year. Bring self-evaluation and develop the desire to improve. Lead tension-free, peaceful and comfortable life. Plan to earn more and save wisely for your rainy days. All in all, that is all. And what is not in all is the only way to manage the time. Thus manage you. In other words, simply put, self-managing is time management. Self-managing is time management. Dear friends, we must follow these guidelines for managing our personal time, place and action. About time, our forefathers, foretellers, forecasters all have said that once goes time never comes back. Time and tide wait for none. Dear friends, time planning, management makes us disciplined person, self-disciplined person. Discipline is very necessary in all the fields of education, health, agriculture, industry, means of communication, means of transportation, everywhere. Every person, if he or she lives in discipline, definitely gets success in their life. Around us we have nature. Every natural object has its time for rising and setting. We see all the celestial bodies, the sun, the moon, the stars, the earth, everyone is in discipline because they have time behind them for working. So the God's creation in the form of plants, trees, animals, everyone has its own time. Even our internal organs of the human body has its own time. Doctors know this thing that our food takes 4 to 5 hours in digestion properly. Our blood circulation is also maintained by time. It is renovated and re-prepared after 3 months. How does it happen? No doubt it is influenced by external climatic conditions of every country. But it has time. Everything is bounded in time. But in the stipulated time, we are to think that what kind of action, what kind of manner, style and skills we are to keep maintained in our daily schedule. Every natural thing, our natural surroundings have their time. So dear friends, we must understand the nature, time of nature, place of nature and action of nature. The biggest and greatest thing all over the world is the actions of the nature, actions of the human beings. If we are just depend upon time, then only time cannot make us, cannot. But in the stipulated time, predetermined exercises, activities and actions that will bring fruitful results for our future. Dear friends, it is rightly said in all our holy religions by the holy people, holy land, those who came first on this land, they time, place and action. And if we are very conscious about the time, then time is more important than money. No doubt in all the competitive classes, our students and scholars are preparing for the competition, for appearing in any examination. How they can fight their examination? If they don't know, if they don't have specific time for improving, for sitting in the competitive exam, no doubt they have spent a lot of time. They have paid money, but money is less important than time. Money can be repaid, but time cannot bring at the same moments. Time has its own moments. Time has its own revolution and rotation. Like the earth, which has two motions, one is revolution and second one is rotation. By the rotation, we read it that there are days and nights, and by revolution, we see there are seasonal changes. So all the 365 days are decided by the season. Our seasonal changes are decided by the earth. When the earth revolves around the sun, it determines our whole changes. So dear friends, our tenses that we study in English are also influenced by these three factors. These three factors are equally important for knowing the concept of English grammar. All the foundation and fundamentals of English grammar, it is needed basically to understand the rotation and revolution of the earth. Time is important. No doubt our all scholars and learners in these schools, universities, colleges are taught on the basis of time. But time is not only the one of tense, but tense is influenced by three factors. Action is just opposite the time. We must understand this concept for understanding the natural changes, for understanding the concept of English grammar. Dear friends, again I thank God who has given us this beautiful time to praise, appreciate and admire the worldly people, those who are being busy in sitting their competitive examination, IELTS examination, even all the students of language, literature and grammar. I thank once again our Lord or God who has given this fine and nice time to appreciate, to praise and to admire about all the personalities of this motherland. I respect and welcome all the mothers of this motherland, those who have created different type of creativity in our all scholars and learners. Nice to listen you.